here we go guys, thanks for tuning in to my latest racing video. Today we are racing at Southport Radio Control Car Club Easter Club Day, which is a fun day. This is a 4-wheel drive B final run of my Schumacher Cat L1R. If you're wondering what happened to qualifying round 4, I actually had a failure. Well, it was a problem, it was a mistake on my half. There's a bolt that goes into the shaft that the spare gear and slipper clutch slips on, and I mustn't have put thread lock on it when I built it, and it basically backed off, which enabled the spare gear to shift to the right a little bit, and it ended up getting chewed up by the pinion. So that happened halfway through the race, pretty much put me last. I'm not sure if that's going to be detrimental to where I start in the B final, but we're going to jump straight into it. Hopefully we get a good position. So here we go, the starting grid. We've got Aidan Burke on pole, Mick Townsend second, Lee Chorley third, Andy Hall fourth, Daniel Hall fifth, Chloe Ward 6th, Richard Lowe 7th, Adrian Speed 8th, me 9th, Dave Saville in 10th. So yeah, well done Richard Lowe, running the Schumacher Cat 2000. Got quite a good position there on the starting grid. We are starting in 9th, so we're going to be back of the pack. Hopefully we can make up some positions. It's probably going to be a bit untidy for the first few laps, but hopefully once we get up to speed, get a clear track around us, we can start picking off some positions, and hopefully the main objective is just to finish in the mid-pack. That's what I'm kind of aiming for. Previous races running this car, the first race I was at the back of the final. Pretty poor run, but now I'm starting to get a bit used to the car, starting to dial it in a little bit. I tend to drive the car with a little bit of oversteer. I did actually make adjustments to the upper links and just lowered them down on the shock tower, just to give me a bit more bite into the corners. Got to be careful though, because if you get too much oversteer you tend to slip out, especially with these 4-wheel drive buggies. The front end just pulling round and the back end saying not today and just lets you go. So yeah, let's jump straight into the race and see how we get on. So here we go,
okay, drivers ready,
into the final.
Ready. You're going to go 10 seconds.
Felt pretty relaxed all day, to be honest. Felt comfortable with the car, happy with how I performed. Let's see how we do. So we'll go charging down to the first corner. Take a bit of a wide line through the chicane. Car crashes out. Luckily he recovers. Racing for position now. I think I might have hit him on the tabletop. Sent me tumbling. Trying to get it a bit right on this corner. Bit wide. Didn't get the good line. Took me a couple of laps to get used to this car again after running the 2-wheel drive. First lap is a 30.37. So hopefully we do better on the tabletop this time. Around we go. Take a couple of positions there, but get my line wrong. Luckily I'm able to get back on the track. There we go. Lap 2 is the 28.91. Charging down into the first corner. Try and get this guy. Try and take the wide angle with the argy-bargy. Get through. Over the tabletop, much better this time. There we go. Lap 3 is a 24.60. Of the cobbles. Through the back section. Fingers crossed for the tabletop. Oh, both of us have a bit of a problem. Don't lose too much time. Better through that corner. Lap 4 is a 27.24.
The running order at 2 minutes is 1, 3, 2, 6, 5, 8, 9, 7, 10, 4.
So we're currently in 7th. These cars are lapping me. tell by the speed they're going. Down we go. Through the chicane. Over the bank. And we go through the tabletop. Someone crashes out. I crash out as well. Oh. Quick recovery from the marshal. That car crashed out up the top as Andy Hawley had the retirement. I think he had a problem with his steering. Lap 6 is a 28.03. Might have collided with that white car. And we go. White car gets it wrong. Is he pulled off? Yeah, I think he's pulled off. We go. Get the power on. Oh, too wide. Lap 7 is a 28.90. Through the chicane. Try and close gap to the car in front. Oh, took traction roll. There we go. Much better through that corner this time. Lap 8 is a 25.29. Over the tabletop, nice and smooth. Close the gap to the car in front. He's crashed out.
The running order at 4 minutes is 1, 3, 2, 6, 8, 9, 7, 10, 5, 4.
So up into 6th place. Position 6 out of 10. Close this car down if I can. Gets it a bit wide on that corner. Have a race down the straight. Oh, I hit him. Oh, lap 10's a 24.09. Lost a lot of time there. There we go. Try and keep this car behind. And off for the tabletop. Got to be cautious, but you also want to be fast. There we go. Lap 11 is the 30.32.
1.
There goes the buzzer. The last lap. Try and close this car down, see if we can do a bit of a charge.
2.
Oh yeah. Oh, can I keep it going? Oh yeah.
7.
Awesome stuff, boys.
6.
Yeah, nice little charge there. Lap 12 is a 24.52. Yeah, I'm happy with that result. So Aidan Burke won it with 13 laps and a fastest lap of 22.51. Lee Chorley was second with 13 laps and a fastest lap of 22.68. Mick Townsend was third with 13 laps and a fastest lap of 22.95. Chloe Ward was fourth with 12 laps and a fastest lap of 23.92. Well done, Chloe. I was fifth with 12 laps and a fastest lap of 24.09. Adrian Speed was 6th with 11 laps and a fastest lap of 24.70. Richard Lowe was 7th with 11 laps and a fastest lap of 24.40. Dave Saville was 8th with 11 laps and a fastest lap of 26.39. Daniel Hall was 9th with 8 laps and a fastest lap of 23.56. Daniel Hall must have been that white car that pulled off about 3/4 of the way through the race. And Andy Hall, who had a problem with his steering, retired on lap 1. Yeah guys, not a bad race. A few mistakes that are unnecessary. I really wish weren't happening, but it's kind of like the nature of the beast when you're driving these little cars at this speed. You know, you've got to be computer engineered to be able to get these round with no problems. But yeah, onto the lap times. So first lap was a slow one, second one was a slow one. Lap 3 was decent. Lap 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 slow. Lap 8 were a bit better. Lap 9 was okay. Lap 10 we got our fastest lap of the race of the 24.09. Lap 11 was a slow one and lap 12 was decent. Yeah, but I'm happy with that 5th place. My best result yet, if I'm honest. Really enjoy racing 4-wheel drive at Southport. This smooth track is really forgiving. Bury, I'm finding that a bit hard at Bury just because of how bumpy it is. So I think you've got to race on Bury a lot of times to kind of know the layout of the land. But as always guys, thanks very much for tuning in, and I shall see you in the next one.